In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this really pretty stitch. It's a very simple 2-row repeat and it works up to have beautiful drape, making it an ideal stitch for blankets or scarves or clothing. You only need 2 stitches for this stitch, the single crochet and the half double crochet, so it couldn't be easier. To begin, pop a slip knot onto your hook. The pattern multiple for this stitch is a nice simple one. It is just 2. So all that means is you're going to chain an even number, so a multiple of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 until your project is the width that you want it to be. Once you have an even number of chains, for the first row we're going to begin by working into the second chain from the hook. Now this loop on your hook does not count as anything. You only want to count these fully formed chains hanging down below. So 1, 2, and into that second chain we're going to work a single crochet. Then work 1 single crochet into every single one of the chains that you made. For row 2 is the start of the 2-row repeat pattern. All that means is the next 2 rows, rows 2 and 3, you'll repeat over and over again until your project is the length that you want it to be. For row 2, chain 2 and turn. Now we're going to work into the second stitch along. So that stitch where you just chained from, you have your 2 chains and then the stitch at the base. We are going to skip that one and work into the second single crochet of the row below. Into that stitch, we're going to work 2 half double crochets, both into the same stitch. So that's 1 and that's 2. Now working along the row for row 2, we're going to skip a stitch and work 2 half double crochets into the next. Rotate your work slightly if that's easier so you can see the V's at the top of your stitch. Skip a stitch, 2 half double crochets in the next. Both half double crochets are worked into the exact same stitch. So all the way along, skip 1 stitch, 2 half double crochets into the next. Once you've reached your way across, you'll notice you have 1 stitch left after where you have just worked 2 half double crochets. So we have skip a stitch, 2 half double crochets in the next, all the way along. We're right at the other side with just 1 stitch remaining. Into that last stitch, work 1 half double crochet only. So right into that very end one. We're not skipping a stitch, there's nothing left to skip. So just end with 1 half double crochet in the very last stitch. For row 3, chain 1 and turn. Row 3 is the second of this 2-row repeat pattern. For row 3, we're going to work 1 single crochet into every single one of your half double crochet stitches from the row below. Only the half double crochet stitches. This will make more sense when we get to the other side. So that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to immediately work into the top of the half double crochet where you just chained from. So here's my chain 1 coming out of the top of that half double crochet from below, and into the top of that work 1 single crochet. Then a single crochet into the top of each of these half double crochets from the row below, but only the half double crochets. So as I've worked my way across to the other side, I've reached the point where I just have 2 half double crochets left and my chain 2. Now rotate your work slightly so you can clearly see the top of the stitches and the chains. We are only working a single crochet into the top of the half double crochets, not the chain 2. You have to be very careful right at the end here that we are only working into the half double crochets. Now this final half double crochet might look like it's part of your chain 2. So if you need to just turn everything around, clearly examine where your stitches are. Chain 1, chain 2, the top of that final half double crochet of the row. If you pull it apart slightly, you can also see it's easier to get into than these chains. So work your very last single crochet into the top of that last half double crochet and not the chain 2. We are going to be completely ignoring the chain 2. Do not work any single crochets into it. If you work into that chain 2, you're going to be increasing your stitches, and as you work, your whole thing is going to flare out as you add an extra single crochet every time on row 3. So just pay really careful attention that you are not working your final single crochet into the top of the chain 2. So from this point on, we're simply going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over again. I'm going to do a really quick recap for you now. So a recap of row 2. We chain 2. That chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so ignore that it exists entirely. Turn your work. We're going to skip the very first stitch of the row and into the second work 2 half double crochets. Skip a stitch and work 2 half double crochets into the next, and repeat this all the way across your row until you have just 1 stitch remaining. Skip a stitch, 2 half double crochets into the next. Once you reach the other side, as you finish up your last set of 2 half double crochets, you'll have 1 stitch remaining. To end, work 1 half double crochet only into that very last stitch. For a recap of row 3, we chain 1. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and we are going to single crochet into that very first stitch, so the top of that very last half double crochet that you made, and every half double crochet only across the row. When you get to the other side, we're working into the top of that last half double crochet stitch itself and ignoring the chain 2 entirely. So just 1 single crochet into the top of each of those half double crochets that you made on the row below. So keep repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over until your project is the length that you want it to be. Once it is the length that you want it to be, to finish off, you'll simply chain 1, snip your yarn, leaving a nice long end for weaving in, pull your hook up, pull that thread tight, and your project will be complete. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know what you think of this stitch down in the comments section, and until next time, happy crocheting. Bye!